Think no one's watching your content? Good. They're still buying from it. Today, I'll show you how content helps grow your small business, even if you're starting from scratch. And we'll talk about how content builds trust at scale, it positions you as the expert, content creates leverage, and how your ideal clients are lurking even when they're not posting, even when they're not liking or commenting. What's up, guys? This is Philip Sessions, founder of Refined VA, and we're here to help you with all things leadership and content creation. And what I want to get to is your ideal clients are lurking, and I've got a great story to share with you on that. But let's go back to the very first part of how content builds trust at scale. Most buyers don't buy from you right away. They need to get the know, like, and trust from you. They need to be able to see you time and time again. And so by creating content, both in your own personal page, on your business page, kind of everywhere, verse YouTube, podcast, by being omnipresent allows people to be able to see you in different facets. You can't just do picture. You can't just do text. You can't just do video. You need to do all forms of content.
You're goddamn right.
To be able to get the person to know, like, and trust you. And by creating more content, that's where the scale comes in, because you can put more content out. You don't have the time to talk to somebody 20, 30, 40 times. Because honestly, in today's world, that's what it takes. So creating more content will help you scale by getting in front of somebody to build that know, like, and trust. Number two, it positions you as the expert. The beautiful thing about social media is that you get to say what you want. Now, you should be truthful. There are a lot of people out there that aren't being truthful. And social media allows you to be able to position yourself in a way to be that authority figure in whatever it is that you want to do. Many years ago, I focused on the fitness industry, and I was known for health and fitness. Since then, since I've switched to the virtual assistant and social media content side of things, I have repositioned myself. And social media has allowed me to do that because I went from talking about fitness to talking about virtual assistants and content creation. And here you are watching this video today, and you had no clue about that until I shared that. And that's the great thing about social media, is that you are able to start talking about a certain topic and start to position yourself as the expert. And when you do that, you start to attract clients rather than trying to chase them. Because now people are getting to get educated by you. They're getting to see what you're talking about. Do you actually know what you're talking about? So you have to keep putting content out there so you can position yourself as that expert. Number three, content really creates leverage. And I love to use my podcast and YouTube to be able to answer common questions. And here's a little secret for you. When you have sales conversations, or when you just have conversations with people about what it is that you do, you can start to answer those questions for them in your content. So let me give you an example of that. Think about, let's say you're a fitness expert and you're talking to people and they tell you about, oh my gosh, it's such a struggle to have good, healthy food at the house. You know, what can I do? I don't even know what's good and healthy. Boom, right there. You can literally create a top 10 list of healthy foods that won't get you off your diet that you can have at the house, that you can buy at any grocery store. Right there, you've got a piece of content that you can create because you heard somebody talk about that, or they said something about that to you. Maybe they asked you the question on that, or maybe saw it on somebody else's post, and you can take that content and create it for your own. And now people are seeing you, and you're able to leverage that content so they can build that know, like, and trust, which we talked about in point one. And honestly, doing this saves me so much time, because there's also people that will ask questions about, hey, how do I hire my first virtual assistant? Hey, I've got a video on that. Here's how we hire virtual assistants. And so now I'm able to point people to a video I made rather than having to sit here and explain to them and explain to 100 people, you name it, how many people reach out about that. I've got a video that talks specifically about that, instead of me having to say it every single time and miss half the points, or give them a novel in a message in a DM because they asked the question. And number 4, your ideal client is lurking. I know you've been waiting for this story for me to share with you. So let me tell the story, and this will help you understand that people are looking or lurking and watching what you're doing, but they're not engaging. I actually have a client currently that I had made this post about how I got rid of doing payroll and some administrative stuff, and I really hired this person in to go where I was trying to go, but more specifically about the task that I got rid of, and the one being payroll. All of a sudden, I had a book call from a guy. I happen to know him already, but I had a book call from him. We hadn't talked about virtual assistants. We actually hadn't even talked in quite a while, and yet all of a sudden, I had a book call. And the crazy thing was, when I talked to him, he told me that specific post talking about how I handed off payroll to somebody else and how scary it was, but how it actually worked out really well and took a lot off my plate, especially mental plate, and relief from that. He booked a call with me. He didn't like the post. He didn't comment on it. I didn't even have a booking link on the post. So he had to go search on my website, on my Facebook profile, wherever he went to find the link to book a call, to get on a call with me. He had to go somewhere else. And so it's not always about having everything right there, ready to go, pitching somebody, but it's about just putting the content out there because people are watching. People are waiting to see, are you the real deal? And so people are lurking. So remember that just because you might not have the engagement that you want, people are still there seeing what you're doing, watching what you're doing, and eventually will work with you. And here's the thing, a majority of my clients actually come from my social media content. And I'm not somebody out there with tens of thousands of followers. Depending on the platform, I may have 1,000, 2,000. Facebook is my highest platform. I think I have like 6,200 followers on there. If you're watching here on YouTube, you'll see that I'm under 1,000 subs at the point of recording this video. But it doesn't matter if you've got 500, 5,000, 5 million followers. You can still gain clients from using social media. So if you're ready to grow with content, not with cold DMs, comment content below and I'll send you my plug and play weekly content plan.